If the universe began with the Big Bang, and scientists are now almost entirely sure that it did, then this means that the universe began to exist about 13.7 billion, or 1,000th million, years ago. It also means that when the universe did first burst into existence, it was an infinitesimally small dot. But that dot contained all the energy that would go on to make everything. With the beginning of the universe came the beginning of time, and once you have time, you can have change. And wow, did the universe change! In the first millionth of a second, it grew from the size of almost nothing to the size of our solar system. In a millionth of a second! As it expanded, it cooled to 10,000 million degrees. Sounds hot? Just imagine how hot it was at the beginning. Particles of matter started to form from the energy at this time. Later, those particles would cluster together to make atoms. But at first, the particles were speeding around far too fast. At last, 300,000 years later, things are starting to look a bit more ordinary. The universe is much bigger. The temperature is now 3,000 degrees, which might sound very hot, but at this point it's cool enough for atoms to form. Electrons are now bound into those atoms. That means that light can now travel through space, and the universe is transparent. Meanwhile, those atoms are starting to gather together to form a star. But not our star. Our star, the Sun, comes later. According to this theory, it arrives 10,000 million years after the Big Bang, so about 2/3 of the way through the universe's timeline from zero to now. It all sounds amazing. But is it true?
I'm often asked as a scientist, do I believe in the Big Bang? As though it's something that either you believe in or you don't. On the other hand, people say, oh, but the Big Bang definitely happened. We have proof that it happened, and that's it. The fact is, it's taken a long time for scientists to accumulate evidence to suggest that the theory of the Big Bang is probably, in all likelihood, right. So we don't know for sure. Science is never about knowing something for certain. So I don't know for sure the Big Bang happened. Someone else, another Einstein, may come up tomorrow and say, no, actually, here's another way of explaining everything about the universe, and the Big Bang didn't happen. And if he came up with better evidence to back up his theory, then I would stop believing that the Big Bang theory was right. But for the moment, chances are I think it's right.